Hi, welcome to the lesson. We're reviewing 4th grade math remote learning week 4, day 1. And in this video, we're doing the whole number division problem. We have a series of boxes with division signs and equal signs. And we're supposed to use the digits from 1 to 9, at most one time each, to fill in the boxes and make a true statement. So once you use a digit, then you can't reuse it. So I'm not going to show you exactly how to solve it. I want you to play around with it and try to find that for yourself. But I am going to show you a few things to think about. First of all, I really kind of enjoyed this problem. I thought it was fun to play around with. And what I have found is that it's helpful to have slips of paper with digits, the digits on them that you can move around and play around with and try to see what works. And I just printed these off, but you could do the same, just writing numbers on little slips of paper. But for purposes of this video, though, since I don't have a good document camera, I reproduced it on my notebook, so you can see it on the screen. And the next thing I want to point out to you is that what you're doing, you have basically two different division problems. See, we have two equal signs. We're not used to dealing with that. But you have this division problem, which is going to equal an answer. And this division problem, which is also going to equal the answer, the same answer. So you're not dividing, getting the product, and then dividing that product again by something else to get your final product. Each of these is going to be equal to the final product. And in fact, I don't think that there's any way, in order to make a true statement using only digits one time, I think it has to be that way. The next thing I'll point out to you is we talked before about prime and composite numbers. So prime number has exactly two factors, one in itself, and a composite number has more than two factors. So in these, you're going to have to, in your first digits in the division problem, you're going to have a composite number because, for example, if I were to use 7, well, 7 can be divided by 1, so I could do that. But then my answer is going to be 7, and I can't reuse the digit 7, so that's not going to work. So now I could divide 7 by itself and get 1, but then again, I can't reuse that 7. So I have to start with a composite number. So my composite numbers are 4 is divisible by 2 and itself. 6 is divisible by 2 and 3. 8 is divisible by 4 and 2, and 9 is divisible by 3. So these are the numbers that you're going to be thinking about starting with, and I'm going to suggest that you're likely going to want to start with the bigger numbers because that will give you more room to work with in terms of they're divisible by more numbers, so that gives you a little bit more to work with in terms of what you can fill in these blanks with. So think about that. Again, I'd really encourage you to come up with or to make some sort of just little slips of paper that you can write on is fine, and then you can move the digits around and come up with a solution that works. So like I said, I want you to play with it yourself, kind of experiment with the numbers and see what you can come up with. If you get stuck, feel free to reach out to me or to your homeroom teacher. But have fun with it, and I appreciate you coming to the lesson.